Hello, history learners. I'm here to share fascinating stories from history in an audio format, perfect for listening while doing chores, studying, or just relaxing with something interesting in the background. If you enjoyed today's episode, consider subscribing for more history content like this. Without further ado, let's step into the sweltering streets of 16th century Strasbourg and uncover the chilling mystery of the dancing plague of 1518, the moment an entire city seemed unable to stop dancing. The summer of 1518 was unbearably hot in the city of Strasbourg. The streets smelled of sweat, horses, river water, and smoke from cooking fires. Merchants shouted across crowded markets, while church bells echoed over narrow stone roads. Most people living there were exhausted long before the sun even rose each morning. Food had become expensive. Disease visited often. Life in the Holy Roman Empire was harsh, uncertain, and frightening. And then, one morning in July, something strange happened. A woman stepped into the street. Her name, according to surviving records, was Frau Trophia. Without warning, she began to dance. Not gracefully, not joyfully. There was no music, no festival, no celebration. She simply started moving, twisting, stomping, spinning in the middle of the street beneath the summer sun. At first, people laughed. Some thought she was drunk. Others assumed she was seeking attention. But the laughter faded quickly, because she did not stop. Hours passed. Still she danced. By nightfall, her feet were bruised and bleeding against the stones, yet her body continued moving as though controlled by something invisible. Witnesses watched from windows and alleyways as she danced through the darkness. The next morning, she was still dancing. Soon, fear spread through the city. And then the impossible became even stranger. Others began to join her. One person, then several more, then dozens. Men and women stumbled into the streets and danced beside her with the same frantic, unstoppable movements. Their faces twisted with exhaustion. Some screamed, some cried, some begged for help while their bodies kept moving anyway. The city authorities panicked. Doctors were summoned, but medicine in the 16th century was very different from medicine today. The physicians examined the dancers and concluded that they suffered from hot blood, an illness supposedly caused by overheated bodies and minds. Their solution? More dancing. The authorities believed the afflicted had to dance the sickness out of themselves. So they cleared public spaces. Musicians were hired. Drummers pounded rhythms through the city squares, while professional dancers were brought in to encourage the sufferers onward. Imagine that scene. A medieval city transformed into a nightmare festival. Music echoing off stone walls. Crowds gathering to watch. Bodies spinning beneath the blazing summer sky. Some dancers collapsed where they stood. Historical reports claim a number of people died from exhaustion, strokes, or heart failure. Yet the dancing continued. Days turned into weeks. The outbreak became known as the dancing plague of 1518. Even now, over 500 years later, historians still debate what truly happened in Strasbourg that summer. Some believe poisoned bread infected people with hallucinogenic fungus. Others think the city witnessed a terrifying case of mass psychogenic illness, a phenomenon where stress and fear spread physically through a population like a contagion. And perhaps that explanation makes the story even more unsettling, because it means no monster caused it, no curse, no demon hiding in the shadows, only human beings, human fear, human suffering, human minds pushed beyond their limits. That is what makes the story endure after centuries. The dancing plague feels impossible, yet it truly happened. Records from churches, physicians, and city officials confirm it. Ordinary people looked out from their windows in 1518 and saw neighbors dancing themselves toward collapse in the streets below. History is full of wars and kings and revolutions. But sometimes the strangest stories are the ones that remind us how mysterious human beings can be. And somewhere, beneath the modern streets of Strasbourg, where tourists walk past cafes and cathedral towers, the memory of that terrible summer still lingers, when an entire city danced against its will. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this journey into history. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another fascinating story from the past. And if there's a historical topic you'd like to hear about, feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments. Your ideas might inspire a future episode.